guys, welcome to Chimmy Vlogs. Today I will be showing you guys how to make tasty baked donuts. These are much healthier than the fried version and are still taste super good. For this we're gonna need 1/3 cup granulated sugar or 70 grams, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1 cup flour, 120 grams. First, we're going to sift this flour so there are no lumps in the dough. So we're going to sift it out using your hand. Just tap it lightly and it should sift pretty quickly. There we go. And all the little parts get caught in there. Next, we are going to mix all the ingredients together. Make sure you mix them well so there are no lumps and no formations when you bake the batter. So I'm just going to mix this for a while until it's very nicely mixed with all the sugar and baking powder so it cooks evenly. Next, we're going to make the wet ingredients. 1/3 cup and 1 1/2 tablespoon or 100 milliliters milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons unsalted butter or 28 grams, and 1 egg. Now we are going to whisk this all together until it becomes a light color. It should be partly yellow because of the egg, but it should be very light. It should also become very fluffy, like this. Next, we are going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. We're going to take our wet ingredients and pour it into the dry ingredients. This is how we will make our donut batter. Okay, the batter is going to be very sticky, so you need to whisk it very nicely until there are no lumps at all, or your donuts are not going to look or taste that good compared to the ones where you whisk it very nicely. Okay, so now I'm mixing all the ingredients together. So you need to mix it as well as you can so it forms a smooth dough formation. This. It shouldn't be too wet and it shouldn't be too dry either. So go ahead and mix it. It should reach that consistency where it can pour out, but only very slowly. Okay, now we are going to take a greased donut pan. You can usually find these at the supermarket or somewhere else, and put in the batter into the donut pan. You want to fill it up 3/4 of the way so it doesn't overbake or overflow out of the pan. You want to do these for all 6. And spread it out nicely. But if you can't find a donut pan or don't want to use a donut pan, you can use frying oil and put frying oil in a pan or something and fry the donuts after you put them in the Ziploc bag and squeeze them into the shape you want. But we're just gonna do the baked method because it's a lot healthier than the fried method. So we're gonna spread all of these 3/4 of the way. Do not overdo it or do it less. You don't have to make it completely even, as when it bakes, it will get the round shape anyway. So yeah. And you wanna tap it lightly after you're done, so it does get that even shape. we've done all of them, and now you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees or 175 degrees Celsius, and you want to bake for 8 to 10 minutes. After you do that, you want to put it on a wire rack. Now we're going to make the glaze. To make this, we're going to need 1/2 cup powdered sugar, or 80 grams, and pour it into a smaller bowl, the bowl that you use to mix the wet ingredients. Make sure you wash this bowl very nicely. And you can powder it by just putting it in the blender or mixie. And it will become powdered sugar. I'm going to scoop in the rest of the powdered sugar. There's still some more powdered sugar left. You want to make sure you get all of the powdered sugar, about 80 grams, and pour it in to your medium bowl. You can also buy store-bought powdered sugar, but we like to make it at home since it's a lot easier. Next, we're going to add 1.5 tablespoons milk. You can add more or less if you want. Then 1.5 teaspoon vanilla extract. Just half teaspoon. Then add a pinch of salt. This will add a bit of flavor to the glaze. Next, we whisk it together to make the glaze. So, you want to mix this together very nicely to get a nice, consistent, and gooey formula, or you're not going to get the crystal formation you get when you make donuts or eat donuts. Even though this is much healthier than the fried way, it's not completely healthy since sugar. And if your batter is a little too thick, you can add a little extra milk. This makes the batter a lot easier to dip and makes it a little good for your donuts. So you don't want to add too much, or it's going to be too goopy and you're not going to get it on your donuts and it's not going to crystallize. So that's the formula you need. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Yep. And yeah. Now we're going to dip the donuts in the glaze. You can dip both sides or just one side if you want. I'm going to dip it so it perfectly coats it all. And that's going to give you a nice formula. It looks kind of like caramelized donuts, but yeah, it's super tasty. You don't want to eat it right away because it's gonna be goopy and it's gonna drip all over. It's gonna be hard to get. So you want to dip it and then wait for a little bit. You can leave it out or put it in the fridge. I usually leave it out because it's a lot easier. Some of these I double dip because we had a lot more batter than we expected. And yeah, 6 donuts ready to go. And we just let them dry for a bit so the top part crystallizes. Next, we move it to a plate. And this is what our donuts look like. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy and make this recipe. This tastes really good.